round 5. Before that starts, we're going to do the status phase of round 4, so 2 threat and up to the turn counter of 5. And the activation tokens, and unexhaust the enemies. So, do we want to get a new enemy for 2 threat? Not really, but it's better than nothing, because this scenario could end this turn very easily. So from a strategic standpoint, let's go ahead and get the Imperial Officer back. The Imperial Officer has costs 2 threat, and we're going to go ahead and give that Imperial Officer the experimental arms, better than no one having it. So that uses up the 2 threat. The Imperial Officer can get activated. Let's go here. The other options are way around there, but there's no benefit there. So now who's going to activate first? We're going to try to get rid of so many, as many of these as possible. Probably the Weequay Pirates. Let's do that. They're good attackers. So the Weequay Pirates are going to, let's unexhaust them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go here and shoot this guy. Could shoot, we can't really shoot them both. We need to get rid of all of them anyway. So green against black, and they have that reroll. So we like the Weequay Pirates when they're on our side, that is. So that would be 1, 2, 3 minus 2. That wouldn't do much damage, so we're going to reroll something. Let's reroll, because they have that ability, let's reroll the black die. I don't know if this is the right choice, but no, it wasn't the right choice. Results oriented. So that's 1, 2 plus 1 with the surge, so that's only 1 damage. 3 damage minus 2. So 1 damage here. And then the other one is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and do the same shooting thing. We're kind of trying to stay out of the way here in case we need to. So let's go ahead. So 4 minus 2 will kill it, so no need to re-roll. Get rid of the Stormtrooper, and the Weequay Pirates are exhausted. I don't think that's the right word, exhausted. They've used their turn. So now, who's going to go here? Let's have these guys just pound on Onar, so they get their turn before they're knocked out. Yeah. So that would be blue and a green, no defense. We get the reroll thing because they're next to each other. So they're just going to stay where they are, so I'm not even going to bother saying which one's going first. So that's 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next one, no need to reroll that. That was a good roll. So that would be 3 damage, but we're re-rolling the one that had the 1 on it. So 4 damage. So remember when I said that we're not going to get injured or wounded? Well, it's getting there. So that was 4 damage, so take a 5, get rid of a 1. He's at 18 out of his 20. And we still have 2 that are basically not damaged. So that's it for the Stormtroopers. Who's next? We don't have to win this round, because we have 6 rounds, and this is round 5. I don't need to attack them right now. What happens if she attacks him? And she can pick that up. So if she attacks him twice, that'll work. Let's go with that. So Diala's going to, let's see, who's going to pick that up? Maybe next turn Fen can do that. Diala's going to attack this. I could use the precise strike. Oh yeah, they don't get to use their defense, their die. So yeah, let's do that. So precise strike, so no defense die. Green and yellow. So that's 1, 2 plus 1 with the surge. So that's 3. That kills this guy. Okay. So the Imperial Officer's gone. We barely knew you. Okay, so now what happens? She could attack him. That's worthless. rely on Onar to interact with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to get ready for the crate next turn. So that's Diala. And also to kind of keep her out of line of sight of Captain Taro. I forgot about that. That's pretty important. Because they're the only ones really that could get injured here, or wounded, that we want to protect as the rebels. Because we don't care what happens to Fenn, and then Onar, we're kind of writing that off. But Onar's not, he's not dead yet, as they say. So what is Captain Taro going to do? Okay, he's going to shoot Onar to get those last points of damage. Probably, I think that's best because these guys are going to be dead before they get their turn next turn, probably. So let's go with that, and that's an attack of green, blue, yellow. Yellow, blue, green. Okay. No defense, so this is pretty much a given as to what's going to happen. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, so Onar's knocked out. Again, wrong terminology, knocked out. He's wounded. Just means flip his card over, and 2 out of the 4 are wounded. Okay, so now he can also do his flamethrower ability, and he has 3 movement points. I don't think he's going to want to move. That's a good place to maybe shoot Shyla next turn if Shyla tries to get this. It's kind of all over but the shouting here, but let's go through it in case I'm wrong. Also, the shouting's kind of fun. So we did the attack. Let's do the flamethrower. Choose a space within 2 spaces. Each other figure on or adjacent to that space suffers 1 damage and 1 strain, then becomes weakened. So guess what? Right here, and then all of these. So 1 damage and 1 strain for a weak way pirate is actually 2 damage. They don't get strain. Only heroes get strain. So that's 2 damage here. So that's 1 damage and a strain for Fenn. Won't matter. 1 damage and a strain for Diala. So Diala can take 1 more strain, so 1 damage and a strain. Okay, and weakened. So what is the thing for weakened here? So the weak way pirates are weakened. Fenn is weakened. For heroes, I use cards. I think that's what you're supposed to do. So Fenn and Diala, it's easier to keep track of. One thing about playing solo is that keeping track of things is super important. And a lot of times I'm doing something and then I forgot, oh, wait, I forgot to do this. And so I usually make up for it. Usually remember pretty quickly, but something comes up. It's possible I miss things too, but we'll see. So we've got all this weekend going on. So now he has 3 movement points, but like I say, he's just going to stay there. So now it's Fenn hasn't taken his turn, neither has Onar or Shyla. So who's gone already? The weak way pirates, then they went, then Diala, then they went, so it is 3 activations still. So let's have Onar just bash. We can have him shoot. He's weakened. He's got the Havoc shot. Let's have him shoot. So that'll be, because this turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, strain, and then she can get that. So she's going to get that this turn. He's going to shoot to try to kill that. So let's do that. So he's got a green and a blue, and they have a black on defense. He's weakened, which means apply -1 surge to the attack result. So let's see what happens here. The range is good. Oh, that's a really good roll. So that's 3 damage with an evade, doesn't matter. The weaken doesn't matter, so that's 3 damage. That kills him. So that'll kill him. And then also he's going to use his last strain to do Havoc shot. And that does a point of damage on these. So a point of damage on this guy. And Onar says, ow. But who cares, Onar? You're already wounded, so it doesn't matter. So that was his first activation. So then he's going to, I'd I'd like to move him there, but I can't. He only has 3 movement when he's wounded, so 1, 2, 3, and then I can't use an extra strain to get there, so let's go 1, 2, 3. No, let's have him rest. Honestly, I don't know what would be good for him. I don't think there's anything really. So resting gets his 3 strain away. The weakened goes away at the end of his turn. Okay. So that was his turn. So now Shyla is going to go. She's got 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1 for the strain. And then she's going to pick this up, this crate. So I already shuffled the supply cards. Pit droid. Place the pit droid companion in your space. The pit droid activates at the start or end of your activation. So let me get the pit droid. That's an interesting addition for a character for the Jabba's Realm expansion. So the pit droid comes out. Let me get the little piece for the pit droid. So it goes in her space, and then it activates either before or after her. So it can activate now. The pit droid benefit can pick up crates. That's really what it's for. Best thing is if you are on the map at the end of the mission, the heroes get 50 credits, so they want to keep him alive. So let's activate him. He has 4 movements, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get him out of there. Let's protect him. So we'll see. That'll add some strategy there. So that's the end of her turn. We have 2 of the crates. So now Onar can bash and then interact if he wants. Maybe we'll do that. That would mean we're not getting this crate, but it also means we're not putting this at risk. But that won't really be at risk. Let's just do it, so he might miss. Or he might not do much damage. So red and a green against the black. So Onar's going to hit this trooper. Kills it easily. So that's 4 damage to 1 block. So that's gets him out of there. And then the surge we're going to use to get rid of a strain. So that gets rid of that. So he can interact with this to end the scenario right here and now. But then we don't get that crate. So he's not going to do that. He's going to rest. I told you I was greedy. So that's the end of his turn. And everyone's taken their turn. So now we're going to go to the end of round 5. But we're just going to keep going here. They get 2 threat and advance to round 6. And they are going to deploy somebody in this last round. So the goal is not to stop them from winning, from the rebels from winning. It's impossible. So they're going to try to kill this thing. So how can they kill that thing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that kind of boxes him in. He's allowed to start there, there, or there, so we're going to choose there. So that's Imperial Officer. Let's, everybody gets back their turns. Tokens. Okay, the rebels go, the rebels go first. So I could try to protect him, but he can even get an attack on him, I think. So first things first is, let's just go ahead and grab this. Let's see, do we need to do that? Yeah, grab this so we can finish that. The next turn we can grab that. So, okay, so she's going to grab this. That's Diala, so we get one of these. Frag grenade, we don't care about that for now. Actually, does it stun? No, it doesn't stun or anything, does some damage. We don't care about damage. So now it's still her turn. That was an interaction. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just kind of block, what's his name, Captain Taro. He's not going to kill her this turn. So there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. Try to stop them from attacking this droid. So now it's the end of her turn. Oops. End of her turn. The weakened goes away. So Captain Taro, can he attack this droid if he goes there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can. So he's going to gets 3 movement points to start. 1, 2, 3. Now, why on earth is he attacking a droid? I mean, we've got enemies here and all of that. The answer is this scenario is definitely won by the rebels. There's absolutely no way that he could wound all of them in this last turn before he interacts. So he might as well do something meaningful in getting rid of that droid, because that droid would give him 50 gold. So he did his 1, 2, 3 movement, free movement. He can do an attack and then do that weaken thing, which won't really affect much of anything. So let's just do the attack. So blue, green, yellow, and the droid gets a white on defense. It has 3 hit points. So he wants to prevent them. You know what? He's even going to 1, 2, 3. He's going to ensure to hit, to not worry about accuracy. So he's going to use his actual movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's plenty right there. He has 5 movement, so I don't know if he has to do that double twice. But okay, so just an attack on the droid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he killed the droid. No benefit for you. So that's the end of his turn. Then Onard's going to interact with this terminal, and that's it. So the rebels win the scenario, and pretty easily. I think in polls that I've seen, rebels win this scenario pretty frequently, even with kind of newer players. So what happens is the Weequay pirates and their allies say that Jabba the Hutt welcomes you and welcomes your family that you're trying to get away from the Imperials. We will give them safe harbor, and all you have to do are a couple of jobs for us. So just do some jobs for us, we'll be good. And that's that. So then the the rebel player gets 1 experience point. Each hero gets 1 experience point extra for winning the scenario. And then each player, so the heroes and the Imperial, also get an experience point, and the Imperial gets an influence point, which is standard at the end of the scenario. So the benefit, all that got for the benefit for the rebels was that extra experience point, and they were able to pick up 3 of these crates, which means 150 gold, in addition to 100 gold per hero. So they'll get 550. We'll cover that in another video about the campaign and all of that. So thank you for watching.